So I wanted to come to you all about Heated Rivalry. Of course, it is big, it's popular, it is pandemonium right now. And I did not read the book. I came to know of Heated Rivalry from YouTube recommendations, seeing all the videos about it. And I'll be honest, I love a good gay love story. So I was interested. If you put two men on the camera kissing each other, I am intrigued, especially if they're cute. But so I went to go watch it. I found it on Hulu, and it was a good watch. And my initial thoughts and reactions of it is that I did enjoy the show. I do feel as if it does come from a very safe perspective, though, on some things, especially with the pairing of Ilya and Shane. I think it's a little bit surface level of the career and the aesthetic that makes their love very palpable and agreeable. I would say, like, it makes it for the audience. Like, they're both attractive. They're both very ambitious. They're both kind of like the best of their sport, the best on their team. So I do kind of see where the rivalry would come up, but then we also see there's the softness and the depth of these characters that even though it is surface level a bit, it does feel as if you just scratch the surface a bit and voila, you have more to the story than what you would essentially think it would be. Because at first Shane, he seems to be more reserved and demure, but as time goes on, he has moments where he asserts himself and he kind of does a little power play with Ilya, and I think Ilya enjoys that. And Ilya also at first gives bad boy image, but deep down he's very sensitive and attentive to Shane. They're almost kind of opposite of each other under the surface in how they feel about one another, and not feel about one another, but just how they kind of act on their emotions. We would assume that Shane is more so of the sensitive one, and I think that's just kind of implied in how he's more reserved and isn't as forthcoming as Ilya. But Ilya is always, he seems to be a little bit on edge of talking himself out of going full on, completely vulnerable with Shane, but we see it unfold throughout out the series. Also the way he looks at him, the initial meeting, the water bottle scene, shower, like he's never too afraid to kind of like show that unfiltered desire for Shane, and I do enjoy that. And I also enjoy that there's a healthy depiction of supportive friends and family, especially the dad, Shane's dad. Now, Ilya's daddy he's shitty, but I do appreciate that they do have, especially Shane, but really overall, Ilya and Shane have a good supportive system around them. I don't even want to just say bubble because a bubble kind of makes it seem as if they're secluded from everyone. But no, they have a good support system around them. And you as the audience, we clearly see the anxieties around their relationship, almost like the quintessential anxieties around being in a gay relationship that's really built in a gay relationship living in a heterosexual world. But because of their friends and their families being so supportive, I do like the aspect that it gives the show kind of like a clear beacon and focus on what could possibly be for Ilya and Shane if they kind of got around their insecurities, because it almost kind of feels as if they're the ones kind of putting this possible shame or just anxiety around the relationship, because knowing Shane's family, knowing their friends, we the audience don't ever feel that there's a time where they won't at all be supported outside of Ilya's family. But even Ilya's closest friend, Svetlana, we most definitely feel that she is supportive and loving of Ilya. So overall, I really did enjoy the show. I loved the sex scenes. They were raw, but also soft, and also had a little bit of raunchy to it. I think it also had like the element of the lights and everything with certain scenes. It really made it soft and and really attentive and fuzzy. It really felt like two people making love. Um, and when Shane crawled to Ilya, I did love that because it was giving like a crawl to me, like almost kind of like Ilya was gonna call him his little dirty slut or something. But I really enjoyed the show. I do have some critiques of the show. I will follow that up in another video, but this is just my initial analysis of Heated Rivalry. I really feel like it was a nice, good show, like a dog bone, kind of like something good to chew on in between while you're waiting for other shows, if that makes sense, especially for me. But if you like the show, if you have any, I would say, differences of opinion or even some things to point out, let me know in the comments, and I'll be back with my other videos on other things that I enjoyed about Heated Rivalry.